and pushes their tempo. Because there's not really too much that stops the Ember from playing. Ember is really, really good against Blood.
Quinn and Seleri are going to find a few members of Talon. We can't even introduce the teams. As the Blood Right comes out.
Reflection.
Plasma Field onto tOfu, the Blood Grenade to follow. He might be the first Blood, and indeed he is, and it goes to Mikoto.
And that against the Radiant Heroes, they don't have the best Quinn.
He actually dies in the river. Feel bad for their pets at home as tOfu getting chased under his own tower. Ollie is technically surrounded, but there's a lot of low HP targets from Gaimin Gladiators. Here comes Seleri to link up with the disruptor of all heroes. And
23 coming
still
back.
In the meta form, and Seleri,
he
rotates just to die. And now Gush coming out on Ace.
Sticks and Fairy still.
Glimpse back. Yeah, he's doing just fine. As tOfu's just been playing Lesh alone, and they've been winning. And now they're going to get the IO on top as dyrachyo completely surrounded. The Tombstone coming from the south, he runs right into it.
All I can assure you that is by 20 minutes in this game, Jabz will want to have and will need to have a BKB. Up mid though.
Yeah, but we got some action on
nice
Quinn, but Mikoto.
Oh, he still gets him!
Oh my goodness.
Who honestly cannot really answer this Talon.
Wow.
Like the 3-man ball, the Shield Rune as Ace.
Trying to go for the deny.
Good deny from tOfu.
And they actually TPing with Ace, getting off the Ravage onto 2. The kinetic field with the Pulse Nova damage is there from Quinn, so they give up the tier 1 tower, but it was denied. It's a big slight coming in to take out tOfu, as that Shield Rune still activated as the Jabz. It's off the plasma field, but I don't think they're going to get much more. Gaimin Gladiators did a lot more than I thought they would. dyrachyo actually makes rotation now as well. Gets the rupture with the Blood Right, focusing everything that they have onto Jabz. Even a meteor hammer being used, but Quinn dies first, Razor after.
So, even after maybe not the most perfect start, getting closer to a Maelstrom.
Quinn getting gone on by Mikoto. There's a link from Seleri though. Gets off the Split Earth. You can see the Tombstone coming in though. Looks like Talon still want to fight. They're going to take out the Tombstone as the Rupture comes out onto Q, stuck inside that kinetic field. But
Jabz.
The damage onto dyrachyo is out of control. He's just dead. First one to drop, in fact. And now Quinn trying to get something else out of this. He gets off a Lightning Storm and then dies of his own accord as well. So 2 cores down for Gaimin, and all they get is the Keeper of the Light.
And Ace's Pipe, and likely this Quinn Yules, just to keep delaying the fight. So on these 3 item timings, as tOfu is just going to be easily picked up here. That's a god like Mikoto.
Yep, he's food. Rupture comes out onto Mikoto, standing his ground. As dyrachyo's the one taking a lot of damage. A beautiful splitter onto the support in the back line. They're going to be able to take out them easily, but Mikoto does. Yeah. I always wondered if somebody's going to go for like a quick Aghanim Scepter on the Tide, if he would ever go for the other 10 Talon. We'll talk about that in just a minute, as Ollie will be caught out, does get the Tombstone down. It's probably a little bit of slow potential as Mikoto's there along with the TP, but the Static Storm placed on the outside of the kinetic field. The relocate will not go through, and Quinn gets punished. Trying to take out that really annoying Undying, and it's going to cost them 3 members. Does Mikoto's BKB comes out. Should be in the last 10 minutes about, but I mean, is there any, have you ever seen the slow taken for the, God, I can never talk about this talent. I just want to talk about some boring shit.
He doesn't have BKB from the kill.
Spirit inside the Static Storm.
Ooh, that's a big kill on Mikoto.
That's all for his Axe. Quinn and Seleri going to the high ground to get the tower, but there's a lot of people there. Seleri is going to get dropped right off the bat, and now Quinn attempting the TP. Good luck, sir. Double kill for Jabz as he gets ruptured, and dyrachyo.
Big boy dyrachyo.
And the BKB comes down, and now dyrachyo doesn't do too much damage through it. We'll have to try to back away. That's what you get when you combine Block of Cheese, Aghanim Scepter, and Shard, as Talon and Gaimin Gladiators are smoked up.
Oh, the
Ravage from Ace with the Static Storm onto 2. That's 2 cores dead. No, the grab ally saving for the time being, but it's again only a short amount of time. Ollie dead on top of it. Yeah, if they show mid, then I think Talon just goes. But here's the fight. Jabz first BKB. There's the refresher to follow. He's going to get ruptured. The dyrachyo trying to kill him in the meantime, taking a lot of damage as Quinn. He's not the one linked up again. He's getting countered by 23 Savage. dyrachyo trying to run away as Mikoto chasing him down with another Sleight of Fist. He's dead. No buyback for him. Finally, the Ravage comes out, but not to much avail as Quinn is just going to drop dead as well. And Seleri buying back into the game, but there's nobody to link up because all his cores are dead. And it looks like this might be a dieback for Seleri. Triple kill for 23 Savage. Ace though, so if you can find a good Ravage, anything can happen. The spot Mikoto, the Yules, to the Static Storm. Ravage #1 from Ace, but the BKBs come out from Jabz and 23. He actually goes inside the Tombstone for some reason. He's perfectly healthy. dyrachyo able to pound down this Razor. That's going to be a kill for dyrachyo. Looks like Quinn does die, buys back into the game along with Jabz.
Oh my god,
Big
Ace.
thunder onto Ace as he gets his second Ravage out, knowing that he cannot buy back. It's only there in the way. Gets the Yules, Nullifier there. There's Jabz with the Refresher, getting up the Eye of the Storm and the Nullifier, but Lesh able to get back into his base safely as a big static link onto dyrachyo is going to provide a lot of damage for Jabz. The tier 4 number 2 is killed. And now the Ancient fully exposed. dyrachyo goes down to a casual plasma field, buys back into the game, but with this Ancient completely exposed, this should be the end of game 1 shortly.
Oh, the splitters.
Quinn, that's true.
They've got
Splitters
a lot of
are
push.
extremely annoying. Nullifier now into dyrachyo. He cannot afford to die here. Big Lightyear comes out, and that's going to be the death of the Bloodseeker. A dieback. And now it looks like Quinn is next. A casual grab ally for no particular reason is used.
You can win the lane, and you can do the roast quick, and you can play multi-course. I think this is really good.
Quill sprays continue to get stacked on these 2 members of Talon. Big ult onto Seleri. Telekinesis back though, and Seleri gets caught out under the tower. dyrachyo.
He's only kind of really disgusting and hard to play. And with a TB Lycan, you need that, as we have a coil.
Coil expended just for support. tOfu getting chased now by Jabz and company. He is in his wolf form, getting up the disruption to save himself for the time being. Actually might be enough. The illusory orb though, enough from Mikoto to take him out, but now the rest of the cavalry have arrived from the Gaimin Gladiators side. It will be a trade of supports. The other 2 heroes are clearly better to pick up as 23 Savage.
23,
gets gone on by Quinn. The Splitter is not going to hit though. He gets sundered. And now he has to try to run away, although 23 Savage back to the amount of HP that he had earlier. And Quinn ends up getting taken out by Mikoto's rotation, and that's a big double kill for him.
That's a rare.
Punished,
of course.
Yeah, they just mistimed it by 6 minutes. 23 Savage still in the meta form, so you have to respect that. And Quinn, they're getting that Wisdom rune.
Oh, the Wisdom. Mikoto.
Ends up being a nice steal. Quinn, pretty low, but he has that Bloodstone, gets the Split Earth onto 23 Savage.
There's still a Sunder.
There is a Sunder available, waiting for the last moment. We'll use it onto Quinn, but the Roar comes after, and now he's very susceptible and will drop shortly after. Okay, Mikoto going in with a big coil.
He got him.
Able to get 1. It is the Lesh, so very important target. Can they follow it up with anything else as Ace continuing to get these stacks of the Wild Axes, which were stolen. He's able to TP out though.
dyrachyo.
As dyrachyo just starting to go real ham, getting out that Rubik. Mikoto and company doing a good job of kiting as Seleri on the outskirts of this fight. Mikoto trying to finish him off, but the Quill Sprays are starting to stack up, just like they would on this Tormentor if they would go for it in 6 minutes. Mikoto getting the Illusory Orb off.
A new wolf
I
form.
think that's enough distance to be able to get away from the big bad bristleback. Seleri has the relocate available, in good position, will be able to get it off.
Looks like Gaimin want to take this fight once again, because so far they're going
them.
for a smoke. Global not the best against Lesh, as his spells will continue to run through, but they have this ward on Ace.
Kill. Yeah, he's 400 away from Ags. This would be a very nice kill for Talon. They're going to find him. He's going to get Hurricane back onto the low ground. He gets off his Roar, but dies shortly after. Is Quinn showing up as well?
Careful.
And Talon, they're going to try to fight this through. The coil is there. Global to follow. Still linked up by Seleri, getting out that Bloodstone as well, but not life-stealing too much. 2 cores dead for Gaimin Gladiators, and now Seleri might be next on the list, but he does get the tether onto his fellow support. Against the Aegis,
they find tOfu.
Risky. Yeah, if you can't get the supports, that's pretty big. Mikoto doing a lot of damage.
Global's
to
gonna get global.
Global's there. Keep him at base. Jabz coming up. dyrachyo picks up his, or pops his newly picked up BKB. The coil was expended just for the Shadow Demon. They will get him. It's only a 30-second death timer. It's so early in the game. So Global down, Meta down. Wolf
Lizard
down. Lizard down. Big reflection coming out from the side of Talon. Actually going to try to fight again as the Bloodstone is activated. And look at the damage being applied to the backline on these supports and the Beastmaster. And Quinn just slowed to a crawl.
Oh, the
He's
Sunder!
Gonna get
There goes the Sunder!
Telekinesis back. That's the Aegis. Feels like Gaimin Gladiators just cannot group up at all right now. Quinn back up and running, but Mikoto again on the sideline, on the back, just destroying Seleri. Might be able to live thanks to this Crimson Guard.
You need to deal with Mikoto.
They lost their Lycan as Seleri and the supports trying to work against this annoying ass puck.
The tree.
Seleri will get Waning Rifted mid-chain there. Telekinesis on to Ace. He's going to use his Roar onto this terribly. Does not have Sunder.
Good
Quinn
force.
going to get helped out with that slow from dyrachyo. The Agnes after going to work, but the Splitter was stolen by Q. But they looks like they actually will be able to finally get some kills here.
What's happening?
And they're pretty damn valuable. It's going to be 3 kills now for Gaimin Gladiators. They lose both their supports. That Crimson Guard coming in pretty damn clutch. But pretty scary for Gaimin Gladiators. Quinn linked up, gets the sheep.
Good force.
23 Savage is going to be fine. Mikoto jumps in.
Dyrachyo, my bro.
Dyrachyo super low, forced to use his BKB.
Ah, this looks awkward.
Gaimin Gladiators just cannot take a good fight to save their lives here. And their lives are on the line here at the RIYADH Masters. Mikoto again coming in with a beautiful waning rift. Ace and company now on their retreat, but the Scotty's going to slow him to the crawl. Jabz sitting in the back line just ready to eat up these supports as well. Looking for this opportunity now. It's 23 Savage starting to get low.
He's
and he get his Sunder up. No! Down goes the Terror Blade. Huge kill for Gaimin Gladiators as Ollie's next on their list. Dyrachyo basically 2-shotting heroes at this point. They find Q, but he's able to telekinesis himself to the low ground. Will they actually continue to chase this? Quinn! Split Earth? No. Sheepstick was on cooldown as well.
Global to relocate.
Oh, the courier.
He's too fast.
Gonna scout a bit as well. Dyrachyo, the TP. Telekinesis cancels. Like the throw ball comes out the break with the instant BKB from Dyrachyo.
That's a glyph. Relocate.
TPing to a creep. He's getting slowed to a crawl. Gonna get nullified as well, but there's the link up from Seleri. The coil comes out and they're just gonna destroy Lesh. Quinn is dead. Seleri is next. A great fight for Talon.
Gaimin.
A little bit of miscommunication there from Gaimin Gladiators. This would be so bad for Talon. 23 Savage is spotted. Lincoln's is popped there. The instant Hex. 23 Savage gets
relocate.
Split Earth. 23 Savage, he gets off the Sunder, trying to do as much damage as he can. He's using everything to try to stay alive, but he is going to die. And that is meta down as well, no buyback.
Dyrachyo is in the enemy base.
Enormous kill as Dyrachyo. He got a full set of racks by himself, and now he's beating the shit out of the Rubik on the run. He's nullified right now. The BKB finally wears off. Will he actually stay alive? There's nobody else near him as Jabz continuing to chase as a wolf. Nullifier applied again. Jabz rethinking it now that he's in pathetic human form and have to make sure that they can actually hit the racks. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of damage being done to the Bristleback. The Disruption comes out to save him as Quinn. He's taking a hefty amount of damage as well. Still has that Aegis intact though. Remember that mid-racks is down, guys. Don't get confused.
Very important.
Savage, Lincoln's.
He's losing meta in like 5 to 10 seconds and Gaimin didn't use shit yet.
They will probably go in now, I would assume.
I mean, they used one cheese.
Oh, he gets
23.
Onto 23 Savage, another great lift. And the Global Silence comes out. The Roar was actually stolen as well.
Oh, Mikoto with a clutch play. He Lincoln's the Roar, and then they stole the Roar even though it wasn't really ever used.
Killing the wave again. Rax still available for the taking. It's 23 Savage trying to find in melee form. Pops his BKB. Not even doing that much damage though. The wolf form finally comes out and it's not back online.
Thunder.
Ace getting super low. The nullifier party pulls the cheese and will live as now finally gets taken out. Seleri was linked up to him. He's going to buy back into the game now. 23 Savage getting lifted again. Barely going to survive, and now the buildings are in peril. They could just go for these buildings. Dyrachyo has so much damage right now. 3 shots to range Rex. 1 remaining for Talon to defend. But they find the control on the puck. Mikoto dies. Does have buyback, has to use it immediately. So they've used both cheeses, I believe, on Gaimin Gladiators side, and they still have the Aegis for another 2 minutes. They get the bash on Mikoto accidentally. Lose your orb away, relocate to get some regen. Dyrachyo and company in very good position to push this to game number 3. Lots of damage being applied. There's the Abyssal Blade. Down goes the Silencer. Buys back for 23 Savage. That's the more valuable kill. It's effectively a dieback. 80 seconds. No buyback for 90 gold, actually. If they just go pick up a bounty rune, he could theoretically get back into the game.
All right, Mikoto, you know what to do.
Up the left, canceling the TP onto Quinn.
Still has the Aegis.
Aegis for another 30 seconds. As Dyrachyo.
Chop, chop.
Going on top of Ollie. This one would actually be a dieback.
Kill the courier. There we go.
Have the vision, though, as Quinn finds the sheep onto the Lycan.
Buyback on 23.
The Global Science comes out. TB is available for the side of Talon. They're going to buy back on the Lycan instantly, and there's 23 Savage, the big bad Terror Blade, trying to save this game number 2 for Talon.
Oh,
they're going to find the puck,
the
Abyssal Blade after the Hex is enough to control the puck. 23 Savage with a nice Sunder, but he is outnumbered. Telekinesis number 100 coming out from Q, but it's not going to be enough. Ultra kill for Dyrachyo. GG's come out.
For any circumstance pretty much on this patch. So he's just going to pick one of the carries that's left that's really strong that can outcarry the Monkey King.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Hopefully his lane goes well and they outskill him.
Makes sense. And Panel was talking
tOfu.
about Q and Ollie teaming up against tOfu. Battery Assault is there. tOfu, though, getting Boundless struck by 23 Savage, and this will be first blood. Question is who will take it. Trying to give it to 23, but mistiming it, and Ollie will take it for himself.
Very
playable for them.
Ooh, Stompy Stomp, which will give 23 his Jingu Dingu stacks.
Yep, 23 Savage taking some big Firestorm damage, but the damage coming out of that staff is way too much. And that's
Bottom
gonna
lane.
be another kill as, yeah, bottom lane. Nice.
Jabz!
Okay, we're gonna lose Jabz to start. Looks like Seleri might be the
Run to the creeps.
consolation. The trade coming for Q. Can he reach him? The cogs are there, but it's not enough damage. Just barely living, so both dyrachyo being kept busy by Jabz. 23 Savage is gonna show right up. They're gonna force out this waveform to start. Gonna get caught to the other side. Do they have enough control? Attribute shift continuing going as we see the TP coming in from the former Seleri. Echo Stomp not gonna be used because the lift comes out, but they have enough damage. dyrachyo falls, Seleri is next. Talon are destroying this early game. To some degree. The stronger you get, the stronger I get. Atos being shown off. Cookie's there as well. Echo Stomp is coming after the hook shot with the Balance Strike. They have all the stuns in the world to destroy Quinn again. Seleri is able to get the Invis rune.
Oh, Sentry.
Yep, they have some vision as he runs out of range. They have a lot of AoE, and they will get the kill. Putting it down another Sentry, it looks like, to...
So a lot of magic damage can come out early on here.
Yeah, there's the zip onto Jabz. Gets off the wall. Atos from the other side with the Mortimer's Kiss is coming, but they are able to kill off Jabz, but Quinn still taking damage from the Mortimers. 23 Savage is waiting as the waveform comes. He's going to go right to... Okay, a little bit off mark on the Wukong's command. As Ace able to get onto the outside, but they get the cookie onto the Morphling, and he gets destroyed as well. As Quinn, he's going to drop the Q. As Talon, they do lose their offlaner, but they're getting everything else.
Pipe as well. 23, nice instinct.
Balance strike again, dodged by Quinn. Quick fingers, Q, he's going to be lifted. Wall comes out though. Mortimer gets this from the back line. Quinn able to get to the other side. Ace inside this Wukong's command. He's very tanky, but he's also all alone. First to drop in trade for the clock. Wukong's command about to end. New team's kind of running out of steam though.
There's a new Boundless on 23.
Like the wall was stolen as well.
Smoke up and go somewhere as they find Q.
Yeah, he gets off his Glimmer Cape, but they have the Sentry. Gonna get the Force Staff off though, as Mikoto. Okay, 22 Savage, he's the one that shows up, beating the crap out of Seleri, but he gets his telekinesis off on himself. And will live as a result. 23 Savage, BKB, and Quinn's essentially traded. There's the Electric Vortex, but Quinn
misses.
Running out of mana. Where's that Chakra Magic? Chakra Magic, please. Ace comes into the fray, inside the Wukong's command. Kind of wasted now, it feels like, but the Harpoon back into it. You just mentioned that. Mortimer's Kisses also going to be whiffed. So Gaimin Gladiators getting a lot out of Talon. They get the clock and a ton of spells. And now the chase is on. dyrachyo turning to the monkey, turns on his BKB. Traded with Mikoto's as well, but he's taking a massive amount of physical damage.
There's a huge kill if they can get it.
He's still running out of mana though, as Mikoto's able to walk away, but they find the Monkey King instead. Aegis down.
He's going to be pitted.
dyrachyo, he's going to get punched, but the Pit of Malice is there for the Boundless Strike on the sideline from dyrachyo, and that's a Monkey King all alone. 23 Savage is dead. Huge kill from Gaimin Gladiators. It's only their 6th of the game, and yet they sport a 3K lead fighting into that Aegis.
These goddamn madmen. That's now looking at some of these bigger items to help them with the team fight. As 3 of the heroes are queuing up a Hex, but Mr. Quinn.
Yeah, the gate's coming. 23 Savage looking for the Wukong's command. He'll find the Balance Strike onto Storm.
Quinn is
He's just dead. No way to get back in the game as well. And the rest of Gaimin likely on the retreat. Ace getting beat down by 23 Savage as Q. He's taking some damage from Seleri, who's coming through the gate apparently. But Mikoto actually was channeling through the gate for some godforsaken reason. And now the gate will disappear, so we won't have that choice any longer. dyrachyo turns on the monkey, gets on the trees, and will be able to get out safely. But tOfu will be dropped. As dyrachyo continuing to get chased, but he's going to be a hard target to catch. 3 dead for Gaimin Gladiators. As Talon, man, such a back and forth game.
They're not done yet.
Okay,
dyrachyo.
dyrachyo, he's caught. The nullifier's
wait for
in. He has absolutely no mana. He could try to deny himself to the Tormentor, but he forgets that they even exist, of course. There is the... Oh, he's going to be brought back in, and he will be taken out eventually. So the chase is actually successful.
His Vanguard to sell the ring to have the Hex for this exact fight right now. They know that it's all or nothing.
Quinn. He's almost out of mana already. It's 23 Savage all alone to start. He's going to try to fight with that Wukong's command. He's taking massive damage. But dyrachyo and company having to back away. Roche is super low right now. Quinn going into the pit. Mikoto, the alpha bot, the BKB, destroys dyrachyo, but the Aegis taken by Mikoto as well. Talon winning this fight handily as Quinn gets dropped to the deck. Trying to get away is Ace, but he is controlled and destroyed. Double kill for Jabz as Talon now take a firm grip on the game.
You
can see that Aghanim Scepter being put to good use. The debuff immunity applied every time that Astral Spirit comes back.
If Talon find a clutch play where Ollie can stomp on top of the morph where they go on him, dyrachyo can die instantly.
Yeah, Quinn trying to prevent some damage to his tower. He gets off the Hex on Mikoto, but Mikoto just shrugs it off. This is going to be a very hard defense for Gaimin.
Top range Rax just dying to creeps.
Yep, that's going to happen. 23 Savage looking for his... Oh, he's
they
going to
cut
get
the tree
from the tree line. Quinn jumps in. Jabz getting up the wall and the vacuum only on the one hero, though. dyrachyo is taking massive damage, though, at the same time. Harpoon back into the fray as Ace. There's the Wukong's command. Is this enough space for Talon to take out this Rax to get the mega creeps? No, they're actually going to back away, interestingly enough.
Instant Hex.
Instant Hex onto Quinn.
The illusions.
He's going to survive as the melee Rax does fall to the illusion. So now it's just a range rack separating Talon from Mega Creeps.
Hook shot, who do we have? Seleri.
Seleri's gonna get hexed. There's no way they're gonna be able to save him. The little Shredder deletes him as Quinn. Well, they do have a buyback onto the Rubik because they want to expend it here. Will this be the last stand for Gaimin Gladiators? The focus right now is on the clock. Looks like Talon will just give it up. It's a 1-for-1 with a buyback used onto Seleri from Talon, but yeah, like you said,
you better be fast on your glyph, guys.
One little shredder. Vacuum wall on the Seleri. That's a deleted Rubik dieback for Seleri. Now it's a 4v5 situation. Quinn very low on mana, gets initiation off onto the Darkseer, but you can see the Wukong's command creating a ton of space. Echo Stomp into the Harpoon. dyrachyo's in a lot of trouble, and he's gonna die as well. Buyback available, but the range racks will fall, and that's Mega Creeps for Talon. Fortification very late. Now the buybacks are finally trying to come back. Nullifier onto the Monkey King. Echo Stomp is there to try to save him. Nice cookie as well. Beautiful vacuum with the little Shredder doing so much damage here. They're going to find the Darkseer in the trees. Maybe Talon just gives him up. And they will. So one buyback expended from the Talon side. Yags already.
Lincoln's gone on Quinn now.
Mikoto just destroys the tier 4 by himself. Harpoon onto Quinn.
On 4.
Vacuum onto 4 into nothing, really. Will-O-Wisp is there, become quite of an annoyance, but the Wukong's command #1 comes out. Remember, 23 Savage has the Aegis. dyrachyo getting in pretty deep. tOfu and company have to walk away. Tier 4 #2 will be fortified. And Talon, super disciplined, just resetting. There's the refresher shard. Has all his garbage up again. 23 Savage with the Wukong's command. Quinn, super low, will be able to zip back into the base, but now the Ancient fully exposed. Hex is there onto the Monkey King, but the soldiers will remain.
He still has BKB.
The Aegis, big damage coming out from Mikoto. The normal punch as well onto dyrachyo. He's controlled.
He does not
have the
back.
damage. The Manta's gonna give him some space. The Cryptic Guard as well, but he will fall. 2 minutes of no morphling. And the Ancient fully exposed still. They can likely just grab it if they want. As the rest of Gaimin Gladiators trying to defend, but it's not going to happen. Talon have vanquished the team that has won every goddamn tournament this year. And they go to the lower bracket finals to face Team Liquid.